Good morning. For today's lesson, we'll be looking at the part of the computer. Last week, Monday, we talked about the computer. We saw what a computer is. We said a computer is an electronic device that accepts data, processes the data, stores the data, and gives out information. We also said a computer helps users or people in doing their work. We gave some examples of devices that are referred to as computers. We made mention of the laptop, the desktop computer, smartphones or mobile phones, iPhones, tablet PC, and the rest. For today, we'll be looking at the part of the desktop computer. So at the end of this lesson, you should be able to describe the part of the computer. Now let's look at the part of the computer. We refer to the part of the computer as the component of the computer, or the component that come together to form the computer. So the part of the computer are the components that come together to form the computer. The computer is not just a single device. It has other components coming together to form what we call a computer. That is a desktop computer. And each of the components has its own function. So each part of the computer has a particular work that it does or do. So we'll be looking at the part of the computer that forms the desktop computer. Now we have the first one to be the system unit. This is what we call the system unit. We have two types of system units. We have the desktop, then we have the tower. So what we have over here is the tower system unit. And this is the main device used in turning on the computer. So if you are to boot the computer, you have to locate the power button on the system unit and turn it on. So this is the first device you have to turn it on whenever you want to boot or turn on the computer. Now the next one is the monitor. The monitor is also a component or a part of the desktop computer. The main function of this component is to display information on its screen. Whatever goes on in the system unit after the processing of data has finished, the information is being displayed on the monitor screen. Now let's have a look at the next part of the computer. We have the mouse. Most of the time on our computers that we have in schools and in our homes, we normally see an arrow on the monitor screen. The arrow is what we refer to as the mouse pointer or the cursor. And before you can control the mouse pointer or the cursor, unless you move the mouse, that's the computer mouse, we can see that it's having a cord or a cable over here. Then we have a USB port at this end. So this part is being connected to the system unit so that the man can start working. When it's being connected, you can now move or direct the cursor on the monitor screen. Now the next device is the keyboard. The keyboard is also a part of the computer. And as we can see, all the small boxes we see on the keyboard are what we refer to as keys. And the keys are made up of letters, numbers, and symbols. As we can see at this portion, we have numbers. On top here, we have numbers together with symbols. Then at this side, we have alphabets and some symbols. So the main function or use of this device is to feed the computer with data in the form of characters, that's number, letter, or a symbol. The keyboard can also be used in playing of games by the use of the arrow keys at this portion. So these are the main components of the desktop computer. We have the system unit, the monitor, the mouse, and the keyboard. So these are the main components of the computer. We'll end our lesson here and continue next week, Monday. Bye.